Within the research, they look at variability from two perspectives. So we can have variability of the task, or the goal, and variability of the elements, the anatomy. So let's say, for example, that I'm trying to touch the corner of this remote here. Again, the task goal there is to be able to touch this with my pointer finger. So it's very clear now if I haven't achieved that goal. So the variability of the task outcome is very low. But the variability of my elements can be very high because I can touch that point of the remote by moving my humerus in multiple ways, by moving my forearm in multiple ways, by moving my spine in multiple ways. So I can still express high degrees of variability from an anatomical standpoint and still achieve low variability in task outcome. So this is where I think a lot of people get mixed up when they're trying to understand what optimal movement is. Optimal movement really represents that there's one way to move, the best way to move, okay? But I think people that say that have made the assumption that there's a correct way for us to organize muscles and joints. But I think you can definitely have an optimal outcome. Like that outcome there was to point to that target. So that's an optimal outcome. An optimal outcome, one outcome, is low variability. But again, I can still have a high degree of variability within my movement system to achieve that optimal outcome. Okay, so I think we tend to confuse optimal outcomes with optimal variability of the movement system or optimal muscle and joint behaviors. Does that make sense? So I think that